So we're playing over a blues chord progression. We've got something that sounds similar to this. Something like that. So the first thing we learn how to do usually is we go into this A minor pentatonic scale and we start learning kind of how to meander, how to move around and make some rhythms. Okay, using a host of different, techniques like vibratos and bends and all sorts of different things. But the main thing is getting comfortable with being able to move through that scale to begin with. Okay, if you're not comfortable seeing it, you can't play it. If you're not comfortable playing through it comfortably with a guitar pick, whether you're doing down picking or alternate picking or whatever it is that you're doing, you're still not really going to be able to effectively use it. So the first thing to do is to visualize it, really be able to see it. The second thing is practice going through it over and over and over, for instance, with a metronome. You could play them all down. You could play them alternate picking, or what have you, to gain some strength and some stamina through that scale. Then we also have the major pentatonic sitting right here. Now, with both of those scales, the big thing I want to think about is where are my A's, right? Because I'm in the key of A. So in the minor pentatonic, I've got an A on the 5th fret of the 6th string. I've got an A on the 7th fret of the 4th string. And I've got an A on the 1st string, 5th fret. So those are kind of the points of action. Those are the places I'm trying to go to at this point. Okay, when I'm over here in the major pentatonic, I've got an A with my pinky on the 6th string. I've got an A with my first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, right here. And then I've got one with my pinky on the 1st string. Of course, these two right here, the 5th frets, are available both in the minor pentatonic and in the major pentatonic. Okay, but here's the trick. What you want to learn how to do is to be able to see those two scales both individually and hybrid or together. Okay, so let's say this is how I learned how to play blues when I first started learning how to do this. What I did was my teacher told me, okay, so whenever you're playing over a 1 chord, like the A in the key of A, you solo minor pentatonic. And then when you go to the 4 chord, you solo major pentatonic, right? Or whatever. And then you go back and so on. So I spent a long time thinking that that's the way it was, is all you did was whenever you were over a 1 chord, you played minor pentatonic, and when you were over a 4 chord, you played major. Now, granted, it works. I mean, you can do that, but there's so much more that you could do. So this was the big secret for me, is when I learned how to utilize both the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic at the same time. And that's what I want to show you. So we understand that we're playing the first position, minor pentatonic, and if we want to play major pentatonic, we simply take that first position and we move down 3 frets, but we still look for the A's within that shape. We're not looking for F sharp minor, or excuse me, F sharp, the note F sharp. The second step is we want to be able to see both the major and the minor in the same position. Right now, minor is sitting here and major's over here. We want to get them together. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build the second position onto the first position. Okay, and this will be in your tablature as well. So the second position, if I'm playing an A minor pentatonic, I'm playing 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, and so on. The second position connects onto this side of the first position. So the second position looks like this. It looks like 8, 10, 7, 10. Okay, here's the first position. Here's the second position. Okay, so what we want to do is first I want to show you how they are the same thing. If I play the first position like this, see how it's the same notes? I'm just playing it in another position. So if we thought about that, if I took both those positions, the first position and the second position, and I shifted the entire thing down 3 frets, the second position of major pentatonic is going to be sitting over the first position of minor pentatonic. This is the key. So I want you to see this. Here's my first position, minor pentatonic. Here's my second position, major pentatonic. Okay, so what you need to do is truly visualize the first position of minor and the second position of major over that same position. So instead of simply playing minor pentatonic every time you want to play blues or, you know, old school rock and roll or whatever it might be, now what you can do is you can combine those two scales together. So let me show you a couple of ideas. Let's say, for instance, on the first two strings, if we think about it, minor pentatonic would be 5s and 8s. Major pentatonic would be 5s and 7s. Minor, major. So let's combine them. Instead of playing 5-7, 5-7 or 5-8, 5-8, let's do this. Let's go 5-7, 5-8. And already you can hear the blues element. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back up to the 7th fret of the 2nd string. I'm going to make a little lick here. Then I'm going to head over to the 1st string, 5th fret, back there. So I have, see how I'm combining minor and major together. And then I'm going to end with a bend, a minor pentatonic bend, on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So I get this, which is really kind of fun because you're not just stuck playing the same notes over and over and over. You can start visualizing different shapes. Now at this stage you might not exactly understand everything, but that's okay. You're playing more by ear and by feel. You're learning to visualize your fretboard. You've got lots of time to learn what is what and why it works and all those sorts of different things. But the first thing for you to do is really just start exploring and having some fun. So let's say I kept going here. So I'm visualizing, again, 5-8, 5-7, 5-7, and so on. And then I've got the major pentatonic sitting right there. But I'm going to keep going. So what I'm going to do, the next thing which is really important for us is on the 3rd string, we're going to play this, which is the 5th fret of the 3rd string hammering to the 6th fret of the 3rd string. So I'm going from minor pentatonic to major pentatonic. And then I'm just going to head down to an A. You see how much more bluesy and more rock and roll that sounds? And even modern country than just playing minor pentatonic or major pentatonic. When you combine these elements together, here I've got 5-6, 5-7, 5-8. Sounds pretty cool, okay? Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Listen, if you're ready to take your guitar playing to the next level, then I'd like to invite you to go to guitarzoom.com and sign up for a VIP membership, which gives you first access to my premium lessons each month, which are customized for your specific goals and skill level. Now, it's an awesome community of guitar players that love to play, have fun, and support each other's goals, and we'd love to have you join us. So go to guitarzoom.com and sign up for VIP today.